Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This time I'm going to be doing an unboxing and review of the Venta LW45 Evaporative Humidifier. First and foremost, humidity plays a crucial role in indoor environments for several reasons. It directly affects our comfort levels. Indoor air that's too dry can lead to discomfort, causing issues like dry skin, irritated eyes, and respiratory problems. On the other hand, excessive humidity can foster the growth of mold, mildew, and dust mites, leading to poor indoor air quality and potential health issues. Apart from comfort, humidity also impacts the longevity and condition of furniture, wooden floors, musical instruments, and electronics. Environments with low humidity could cause cracks and warping, while high humidity could lead to swelling and damage. Additionally, maintaining proper humidity levels is essential for preserving the integrity of sensitive electronic equipment and preventing static electricity buildup, which I have experienced just on the comforter of my bed. Overall, maintaining optimal humidity levels indoors is essential for comfort, health, and the preservation of both personal belongings and the building itself. This is where humidifiers like the Venta LW45 come into play, helping to regulate indoor humidity levels effectively. So, in my last video reviewing a humidifier, I said my favorite humidifier at the time was the Vornado Lucerne 3. However, living with an ultrasonic humidifier, those of you who know, you actually need to use distilled water. Otherwise, if you use tap water, the humidifier will basically just spray a very fine thick coat of dust all over your house, which I may or may not have experienced. So, I was on the hunt for an evaporative humidifier. However, the first thing that was important to me was I did not want to have to deal with having to shop every month or so for evaporative humidifier filter. So this Venta LW45 is actually unique in the sense that is an evaporative humidifier that you do not need to worry about changing filters with, which is great because all I want to do is change water. That's enough responsibility in itself. So at the end of the video, I will tell you how I feel regarding the Vornado Lucerne 3 and this Venta humidifier. So ordering this off Amazon, they send you the humidifier in a well-packaged box within a box. This particular model claims to control the humidity levels for a space up to 600 square feet, and it also claims to reduce pollen since it is an air washer or air purifier at the same time. This is mainly because the fan actually sucks in the air and blows it down into the water, so it simultaneously traps whatever is floating around, which is nice, especially if you have pets like I do. It is made in Germany and it also comes with a German price, which I will go over later in the video. But for now, let's get to this unboxing and see what comes. This model is available in two colors, black and white, and I got the white version. They also come in smaller sizes. This is the biggest size for their home line, which is 600 square feet, and then they have a LW25 and I believe LW15. They give you a little pamphlet which goes over the Venta water treatment additive, which I'll go over later, and also the cleaning schedule. Then it shows how you can add your favorite essential oils for aromatherapy, and it also gives you a 2-year limited warranty, which is nice, and an additional little pamphlet explaining how to put the humidifier together, which I'll show you in a bit. There are two 1.7 fluid ounces or 50 milliliter of water treatment additive with which you will absolutely need, but you will not need to purchase it from them, and I'll tell you about that later on. But every time you fill this up with tap water, the minerals in the water are going to basically leave a sediment over time. So what this water treatment does is make sure that that sediment does not stick on the machine and mess up the effectiveness of the components, and basically makes the minerals stay loose in the water when you pour it out. The water treatment also lessens the amount of times you have to go in and do a deep clean, which you would basically do by scrubbing this like you would your regular dishes. So I'll go over how you clean it and refill it later in the video. So when you flip over the top, you're going to want to take out the cardboard that is protecting the fan and the other electrical components and put that to the side, and then take out the power cord. The top cover has a little indent where the cord goes, so the top of the humidifier can sit flush on the top of the base, so you can put that cardboard to the side. Also, there are discs that the water rolls on top of to evaporate. So like I said before, instead of having paper filters, which you have to replace periodically, this is a plastic component, which is really nice and simple. Then just take out the cardboard that's in the base, and these are the three main parts that you have with the Venta. So it's really simple and very effective. So again, the water is going to roll over these discs like a little river mill, and then the fan is going to evaporate the water off of those, and this is the water level line here on the sides. That's where you're going to fill up the water to. I fill it up to where the lines are with the curves, and I'll tell you about how long it lasts me on the different power levels. The tank capacity is 2.6 gallons, so approximately 3 gallons, which is now my biggest humidifier, because I currently have humidifiers that hold 1.7 gallons and the other one I have holds about 2.5 gallons. So this is about 3 gallons. So just put the disc in, they sit right in the middle of the base, and then you put the top on, and now we are ready to find a place to sit the humidifier and plug it in and fill it up with water. They do have another model which has digital controls, but on this one, it's just a power button and a fan release button, and then the power buttons. And you could take the fan out and clean it, but you really don't use that very often unless you're going to like replace the part or clean it. But yeah, so that's the buttons that say 1, 2, and 3 are power levels, and I'll show you that later on. So here I have put in the water to the level line on the side, and this is just plain tap water out of the sink. And what we're going to do now is add in the water treatment additive that came with it. Just so you know, on the back it says 50 milliliters. So what I actually do is I fill it up each time with water, and then I put in 50 milliliters of water treatment. You'll notice when the humidifier stops running because the water is too low, and you go to refill the tank, all of the minerals and dirt that was in your air remains in the bottom, because again, this is an air purifier and humidifier, so you'll see the dust, dirt, and all the minerals at the bottom when you use the water treatment. If you didn't put in a water treatment, all of those minerals would stick on the disc and in the inside, and then you'll have all of the white sediment that will cake on, and it will be hard to scrub out. So go ahead and pour in the water treatment after you fill it up each time to save yourself a headache later on. Now here is something that you want to get a notebook and write down right now, okay? The water treatment from Venta, they charge like, I believe, $24. But basically all it is dishwasher rinse aid, which you can get at your local store for a fraction of the price. So please pay attention to this part of the video, or if you know anyone with this machine, please share this video with them and let them know that I have been using dishwasher rinse aid with this device with the same effectiveness and efficiency and results for a fraction of the price. Because I was like everyone else that said, oh, it's a Venta, I need to get the Venta water treatment, because I don't want to run an expensive device like this that I use every day and gamble with something that doesn't work. So I paid that excessive price for one time with the Venta water treatment additive, and I'm sure Venta is making a killing off of the other uneducated people on Amazon. On the listing for their water treatment, the last time I bought mine, there was like 1,000 people that bought it within a month. But anyways, that's that. Get dishwasher rinse aid and save your wallet. Venta claims that this humidifier keeps the humidity levels in your home anywhere from 40 to 60%, and I find that that is pretty accurate. My home stays at a pretty consistent level of 50 to 55 or 53%, which is actually where I want to be. On the top, again, are the different speeds. I keep mine on level 3 all of the time. So with me keeping it at the highest speed, this lasts me, I would say, about 30 or 36 hours, which is fine for me because I can fill it at night and not worry about it the next night. And maybe when I wake up, I'll refill it and then not worry about it again for another day or so. So the capacity is pretty good. They do sell a huge one that is double the size of this, but because it's double the size, it's double the price, and I don't see myself spending upwards of $1,000 on a humidifier just to have the double capacity. So that is gonna have to stay on my Santa wish list for a little while longer, or until one of my generous YouTube viewers decides to gift me or cash at me that amount so I can get the humidifier and make the videos so I can tell you guys how I like it. So I'm sure if you want to not worry about refilling it every 30 or so hours, you could put the humidifier on the lowest setting. Also, the noise level on 3 is not loud at all. I usually put it on 3 and watch TV with no problems. So overall, it's easy to refill, it's easy to clean, and it's really low maintenance. I love the fact that in addition to humidifying, it also has the air purification capability, and the size of it is pretty reasonable given the 3-gallon or so capacity. So there's only one con and one bone to pick, and that's going to come down to the price. This LW45 is currently going for $450 for 600 square feet of efficiency and 3 gallons of capacity. So in no time of my life on this planet did I think I would ever spend $450 before tax on a humidifier. However, Venta has forced me to do this because I cannot find another Chinese maker or bootleg version of this that has similar functionality. So they must have a really strong patent on this, and if they don't, I don't know why the Chinese have not duplicated this, because they have duplicated everything else in the world, from cars to applications for software down to music and art. So I don't know what's taking them so long with this. But in any case, I was forced to pay $450 to have an evaporative humidifier that I did not need to replace water filters for. So if you consider the cost of the average evaporative humidifier with a 3-gallon capacity, which is around $120 give or take, the additional cost for their replacement water filters, which is about $70 for a 4-pack, and the amount of times you will need to replace the filters, which will depend on how often you will need to change the filters, and that's going to vary due to the duration of time you will use your humidifier and your water quality. The harder the water, the more frequently you will need to change the filters. With me living in a habitat with a very hard water and with me running a humidifier all day long, I would probably go through a 4-pack of $70 really quickly. So the difference in price, I would basically surpass after buying 5 filter packs. So I would pay more with the cheaper humidifier in the long run than if I just went ahead and absorbed the whole cost of $450 up front and just be happy. So I went along and donated my left big toe and got the Venta humidifier reluctantly. And for the sake of the time of this video, I'm going to wrap this up here with my opinions on how I feel with the LW45. I've had it for almost 2 months now, and I will say, for the ease of use and water capacity and the coverage of the square footage, I will say this is now my new favorite humidifier with the least amount of hassle. So just be prepared to shed a tear or two in your checkout cart. And thank you if you've gotten this far in the video, and remember to stay tuned for future content. Please make sure to share and like this video. Please subscribe to this channel. I hope this was helpful, and if you have a Venta LW45 or if you plan on getting one, the link to get it is in the description below. So until next time.